Okay, so this is a great question, and it brings back memories for me as well. And it's from Latinx parents practicing nonviolence. And so this is what this lady is writing. So she writes, she has a niece, that she's taking care of her niece while her family and her sister's family recovers from I'm not sure what, but so she's taking care of them. And prior to this, her sister had her nephew, and he was very light. So it says he was light as day, and his features favored my grandfather's side of the family. So I'm assuming that the grandmother's side is a bit darker now. Now my niece, 2 months old, is much darker in complexion, but they look identical. So I'm going to assume again that it's from the grandmother's side. I know I'm being overly sensitive, plus I'm still sleep deprived, adjusting to the newborns again in a year. But my family only keeps commenting on the color being darker in Spanish. I know they love her, but I'm just frustrated. Um, and I'm frustrated with the tone. And then it said like communicating this observation is as negative, so it's coming out as a negative thing for her, I guess.
Yeah.
I just had to get this off my chest because it's upsetting me, which is very understandable, and possibly triggering memories of my childhood. Any constructive advice on how to approach this topic in Spanish, preferably? They don't speak Spanish, and we know this because we've
Yeah.
we grew up like this. So go ahead and answer it.
I think that's a great question. And like I can I can really understand how that can be a real challenge, right? Like, and but I think you got to separate the issues here. Like, there's two different things going on. There's one thing, it's family and how you, and I know you want advice and like the words to say to them that can maybe get them to change their perspective. That's one thing. And unfortunately, they were raised a certain way, right? And for a long time, and they have this upbringing around race and color that's probably different, right, to the way that you think. And so you're probably not going to be able to get them to change overnight. Okay. So, it's a little bit like sweeping the ocean, kind of, right? You can push and push and push, but it is what it is, right? But, you know, as long as those comments are coming from a place of just like innocence and just like their background, I don't hear anything that's coming from any kind of malice or anything like that, right? So you got to know it's coming from probably a playful place or a place of love, and you go with that. Now, I think so. One part is how you deal with the family. The other part is the example it set for the kids, right? Which I think is a really big, big topic because a lot of these subconscious things that happen, right, when you're growing up, like, oh, you're a little darker, or you're a little lighter, or you're this or you're that, they tend to bleed in kind of subconsciously in how we think about ourselves. So I would think about maybe, for the kids, being very conscious about the role models that they have. So, for example, like with our kids, what we'd do is like, when we'd go to, shopping for a toy or something like that, and it'd be Barbie dolls, we'd never pick the blonde, normal Barbie. We'd go look for, you know, the brown skin Barbie, right? Or if we're watching, something on TV, on Netflix, we try to change it to Spanish or something like that, right? So that the children see role models that are more like them, right? Because I think that is a part that's more impactful. It's not you, right, at your age and how you change your family. It's more the kid's psyche, right, and protecting that and making sure that they have role models because they are beautiful, right? And it's not just commenting on the difference; it's commenting on the beauty that they have, right, and giving them role models that are just like them.